No, Israel did not kill Charlie Kirk. Satan did. And God allowed it.
That seems mildly inflammatory, particularly coming from a priest, a pastor, Shane Vaughn of Mississippi, who's apparently not only like from a right-wing perspective on the up and up totally in terms of the religion, but also is like a MAGA guy, saying that Satan killed him and God allowed it after bragging all last year that God personally stepped in to save Donald Trump, redirected the bullet to save the amazing Donald Trump, and like, oh, kill that other guy, whatever, we don't care about that. And then God just like made it so like kill that random guy that doesn't matter, they don't even remember his name, but saved. And now for Charlie Kirk, for some reason, decided not to do that. I mean, in a season in which lots of people have lost their jobs and their positions and livelihoods based on the inflammatory things they said about the killing of Charlie Kirk, I feel like this guy should probably be one of those. But that said, let's get a little bit more of his theory. Maybe there's more to it.
I told you what the problem was. They were turning him in. There was Tucker and him were like this. They were turning Charlie against God's chosen people. And God said, no, not today. No. You're too pure and you have too much influence. So I'm going to bring you before Satan can use you. I'm going to let your testimony for the rest of your life be all the positive things you have said about Israel that's on record. See, now there are no videos of him except one where he started questioning Israel. Everything else is all positive Israel. And isn't that funny? That's all that's left in the collective archive.
Yeah, I don't think that that's true, but it does seem weird that that's so important to him. That like, he seems to think, well, the important thing is that Satan, I guess, like the plan, so God was successful, killed Charlie Kirk before he could be turned against Israel. And the important thing is, it's all pro-Israel. That's it, whatever, Charlie Kirk's dead, doesn't matter. Pro-Israel, that's the important, everybody, public record, he never turned. Okay, that's the important thing. Again, also, like that guy, I'm an atheist or whatever. That guy believes in God, but the way he thinks the world works is, Tucker Carlson, who's in league with Satan, is gonna turn Charlie Kirk away from Israel. And he seems to accept that Charlie Kirk was turning away from Israel, even though he wants to pretend that in the end it didn't happen. And God's like, he's looking down and he's like, no, I can't have this guy with a podcast turn against Israel. So I'm gonna kill him. That's the only way. Well, in that case, why didn't he kill Tucker Carlson, the guy working with Satan to turn? Why did he kill the pure one rather than the evil one? Or why didn't he just, I don't know, mess with Charlie Kirk's cell service so that he couldn't get text messages from Tucker Carlson to pollute it? Like God, he only has the nuclear option. He can only kill the good people. That is such a strange way for a believer in this religion to go about their life. I will never understand it, JR. What do you
really fast? I know we got a couple seconds, but you know what? I'm just really glad that Shane Vaughn is, finally admitting that God is against these white supremacists like this guy. And also somehow all these leftists that these guys say are all these violent leftists that keep shooting folks, they're somehow warriors for God, right? That's how this would work, right? If God wants him dead and then someone kills him, wouldn't they be working for God? That's what they always say. God works in mysterious ways. He kills people and he uses leftists for it. So they're good guys, right? Are they saved? Also, all this is just the Christianity version of what is it they're doing as far as trying to use Kirk's murder to make sure they oppress more people with his name. That's why he said things like, now he's gonna use all the things that he was about before and we're gonna oppress more people and say that you can't go around it or else you hate him, unlike me who just said, I'm glad he's dead. Stupid people.
So again, a lot of people who would quote Charlie Kirk. A lot of people lost their jobs. More than 145 people, at the very least, the New York Times was able to lost their jobs because they spoke irresponsibly, just off the cuff, fast and loose about the death of Charlie Kirk. But that guy who implies that God assassinated Charlie Kirk, he's totally fine, totally cool. It's a weird religion they've set up there. And I'm not talking about Christianity, I'm talking about MAGA.